Hi, everyone. Carolyn Grillo here. I'm typically behind the mic with Matt Jennings on our podcast, Restaurant Ready, where we talk to chefs and operators about what it takes to build a sustainable business. But today, I'm joining Matt here on Serving Success to do something a little different. We're flipping the script. If you've been a part of the Magic community, you know Matt as the co founder, the person leading office hours, hosting meaningful conversations within our expert sessions, and showing up every week with clarity and candor. But before all of that, Matt built and ran his own restaurants. He's cooked at the highest level, led teams through chaos, and navigated both the wins and the losses that come with this business. I joined Magic last year as content director after years of working in food media and hospitality myself. What drew me in and what keeps me here is honestly, what drew me in and what still keeps me here is the honesty we bring to the work and the chance we have to affect real change in an industry that I love and value. So today, I'm asking the questions. We're talking about Matt's journey as an owner operator, why he started Magic, what he's learned from building and closing his restaurant in Boston, and how he sees the future of leadership in hospitality. This episode is about trust, context, and connection, and about giving you a better sense of the person behind the mission. Let's get into it. Today, we're talking about what people misunderstand about being an operator.
Nice.
Okay. Matt, you've worn the apron and signed the paychecks. What do people misunderstand about being an operator?
What do people misunderstand about being an operator? Well, I think that I talk a lot about this due to the low barrier of entry for our business. We get a lot of super creative people, which is awesome. That means that it's fueling innovation and really interesting, cultural takes on food and all sorts of things. But I don't think that people think about the business side. Um, and I was certainly guilty of that too. I think that there is a lack of preparedness that goes into opening your own restaurant or food service business, certainly around understanding a lot of the kind of higher level business decisions that need to get made, not just on a yearly basis or a monthly basis, but like week by week, day by day.
Mhm.
So I always encourage first time operators to really spend a lot of time up front, making sure they understand how to read a P&L, making sure they understand labor, sure that they understand cost of goods, and how to kind of set themselves up for success.
So it's sort of like people are so excited to open their own place and they have all this experience in the kitchen and they think, this is what I need. I'm going to have a successful restaurant because I've worked my way through X number of kitchens. I've been successful and now I want to start my own place. But a lot of them are missing, a lot of first time owners and operators are missing the business side.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of like people go into it with an 80-20 rule. Like this is going to be 80% creative and 20% business acumen. And what I don't have, I'll be able to cobble together or source or surround my, self with a network of people that can help with that. I would suggest looking at it differently based on my experience, which is it's really kind of more of a 70-30, should be a seventy
Okay.
thirty in terms of flipping it 70% business focus. Because at the
Oh,
end of the
dang.
day,
I thought you were just moving it to.
no, I
Okay.
mean, I listen,
No.
like I really think like it needs to be completely inverted on its head. Like we need operators to go in understanding that at the end of the day, what's going to drive success for them, their concept, and their team is longevity and being there,
Right.
right? And that means that they need to understand what goes into creating a healthy, successful business. So I say focus 70% on that. And then the other like 30 to maybe 40%, maybe it's 60-40, if you're lucky, is the fun stuff, is the creative, is the inspirational, kind of achievements that you can get. And I wouldn't have said that. Like, I think I want to make sure I say that with the caveat that, like, that was not who I was as an operator, right? Which is why I'm now doing what I'm doing, because
Mm.
I suffered the fates of, like, making the assumption that I would just find people who were smarter than me and knew better and that could help me keep an eye on things. But, like, at the end of the day, ultimately the operator and the owner is responsible, right? It's your responsibility to make sure that you're proactive, not reactive. And I kind of learned the hard way, certainly through some of my establishments.